What is slowing you down?
Here are some of the most common Hyrox mistakes and how to fix them.
Hey, what is happening, people? I'm Woodsy and this is my channel, Woodsy Workout, where I give out coaching and tips on all things Hyrox and hybrid fitness. I've done videos on technique, training methods and race strategy, so if that's what you're looking for, then subscribe to stay up to date. Today I am joined by Alana. Alana will be joining the Woodsy team and providing her expertise in running and Hyrox coaching. We've got plenty of exciting stuff lined up together, so drop her a follow on Instagram at Alana Fagan PT, and let's get into the video. If you've ever done a Hyrox before, then you've probably seen one of these. Your race splits are one of the most useful tools to know where to improve, and it's one of the first things I look at when a client comes to me for support. What I'm looking for in these race reports are outlying areas, the times that are relatively slow compared to the rest of your splits. If you can identify these, you can identify your weak spots, and fixing them will be the best way to save time on your race. The High Results site does a nice job at laying out the splits so you can visually see how you did compared to everyone else, and you can compare it to your previous races. Remember, even though Hyrox, the race itself stays the same, variables like temperature, layout, and how busy the track is can make a big difference and cause significant swings in time. In this video and in the next, we'll be going through some of the most common mistakes on every station, as well as the running and some other easy mistakes to avoid.
Mistake number one is all show, no go.
On the ski erg, you have a number in the top right corner of your screen that displays your stroke rate, which is the number of pulls you are doing per minute.
The more strokes per minute will mean you'll get through the kilometre faster, right?
Well, not exactly, because it also depends on how long the strokes are and how much power you put into each stroke. When we say all show, no go, it's because you can look like you're going really fast by doing short strokes and rushing through it, but you end up not getting very far and getting panicked and out of breath.
To fix this, you need to lengthen your stroke and slow that recovery. So on the way up, you're slowing it down as you return upwards, and that's because it allows you to get a greater catch. The top 50% is where all the power is made. You can practice this in your training by keeping the same pace per 500 meters, but keeping that stroke rate as low as possible.
Once you've got a good understanding of it, you can find a happy medium where in your race you've got a nice flow, you're in control of your breathing. Some of the best rowers and skiers don't look like they're moving that fast, but they are smooth, powerful and super efficient. Now onto the sled push. The biggest mistake is not utilizing the shoulders through stance. I've spoke about this position in more detail on my deep dive video. If you're not using it, then try it. I do get some pushback from people that try it and don't quite get on with it, but if we take a look at their stance, it can be a little off. So the mistake a lot of people make is positioning their hands too low, and that causes them to kind of arch the back, stoop over and have their head down. What we want is bringing the elbows up a little bit, the shoulders come all the way through, and then you're squeezing the shoulder blades at the back, and that allows you to open the chest up, and you can breathe and then look ahead with the eyes without kind of arching the back or neck. Onto the sled pull. The biggest mistake with the sled pull, there's two big ones. First is not pulling the slack out of the rope. The Hyrox ropes are long and they've got a lot of give in them. So if you take a big yank before the rope has tension, you basically waste that drive and you only start moving the sled at the end of the pull. When you grip the rope, reach out as far as you can, walk the hands out if you need to, and once you feel the tension, then drive back, lean back and shuffle backwards.
The second biggest mistake is bending the arms too early. This causes unnecessary tension in the biceps. Think of a row or a deadlift. At the end of your stroke, the arms are a little finesse to add a few inches. So just aim to keep the arms straight until the very end of the box.
If you're struggling to do this, you likely need to work on your grip strength, because if your grip is limited, you naturally compensate in other ways. Now on to the burpees.
Everyone thinks that burpee broad jumps is all cardio. You need to get fitter to get better. That is somewhat true, but as always, becoming more efficient in the movement will help you get faster with the same level of cardiovascular fitness.
The biggest areas of weakness on the burpees that I see is mobility and explosivity. This is more obvious with the older age groups because these are components that become harder to maintain as we age. There are a few variations to the burpee broad jumps that you can try, but some key limitations are mobility around the hip and the spine. Improving your spinal mobility with movements like these will allow you to roll down and up, saving energy because you don't have to do a strict push-up with every rep. Improving your hip mobility with movements like these will allow you to bring your legs closer to your hands and put yourself in a better position to jump from. The other mistake is not jumping far enough with each rep. Bigger jumps means less reps, but obviously it requires more energy. However, working on plyometrics like these can increase your tendon strength around your knees and ankles. Strong tendons utilize elastic energy, which is much less taxing than just muscular contractions.
If you're finding this useful, then drop a comment or join us in the next video where we will discuss the second half of the race and more mistakes you don't want to make.
And again, go to coactiveperformance.com to check out the new programs as well as coaching options. We are also hosting a Hyrox workshop day on September the 15th. So if you're in the local area, go to the website to book your spot. Subscribe to stay up to date. Alana, where can they find you?
At Alana Fagan PT.
And you can find me on Instagram at Woodsy Workout, where we post plenty of tips and tricks on all things health and fitness. Until next time, peace.